Alright everybody, welcome back. So, we're sitting here, I ordered, this is the first one, the first panel that I ordered for this side piece here. Everybody says that it's fairly good quality. It's the one by Just Campers, bought it off of Bus Depot, but it's a little long. I tried trimming it down the best I could to get it to fit, but ultimately I don't think I've been able to get the seam on the sides correct. That seam there, I don't think I've been able to get it right. So I went ahead and ordered this one from Heritage Parts, which has the correct rocker panel, and the panel meets it. If I could have, I would have just ordered both separately, but it doesn't exist anymore. The only one that I know that makes it, or did at least, was Classic Fab, and it doesn't seem like they're making that panel anymore. But the issue I'm having, and we're gonna try to make this work the best we can. So like right now, if we look at it, let me raise you up. So we'll put you here. And it's really hard to tell on camera, at least from me looking through this. But, so down here it's fine, but then it veers off. And I think will be okay once if I push this in, kind of start to see, you can see the panel behind it. And I think once we cut it down to size where this can lay flush, we'll be okay, I'm hoping. But then if we come back down here, so I mean this is just kind of what we get when we deal with Clocker Home panels, the cheap panels, which is the only one that I can find for this back wheel arch, the late bays. This is kind of, as you can see, this is wider here than it is here, and it doesn't quite, my inner rocker starts to disappear to where I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get a spot weld, so I may just have to weld from behind and then grind this level. Because if we measure off of the other side, and we come from the bottom of this down, this panel should have been up a little higher because we have a 2-inch gap from the bottom of this jack point to the bottom of this crush rail. And as we can see, it's probably about a 1/16 off to an 1/8 inch, which I'm gonna call that fine. This one here should be correct, and we'll just grind this level. But it's still, to me, something's off because this should be up higher. I should be able to weld this to the back of to the bottom lip of that inner rocker there, because it doesn't end until here where my finger is. And as you can see, I've got the holes in the same spot, and there's nothing on that one. There's nothing on this one. So, and if we go over here, if we look at the wheel arch itself, you would think, oh, well, that means then something's wrong here, and we don't have the top flush, right? But there's no gap between the inner fender and this lip of the outer fender. So I don't know what's wrong. Something's wrong, but I don't think you'll be able to tell when we're done that there's something wrong. So we're gonna try to go with it, and we're gonna hope everything lines up, because this side over here lines up really well with the factory cab corner there. I'll walk over here. The only thing we will have to change is, so I think what they do is they bend the whole panel out, and basically they kind of like vacuum form this to where this pushes this out, and they've got this whole sheet and it'll come down, and then I think they just cut the inside lip out, and as you can see we got this crush rail over here, and in the factory we don't have this, so we'll just cut that flush there with the bottom of this cab corner, and this side will look perfect, and we'll grind this flat because I think their whole panel is kind of tweaked was the issue. But I mean, I've got a little bit of a gap, maybe less than a 16th there, and then this is flush all the way down, flush all the way here. So in my mind, there's nothing really that we can do, because they don't make any panels for this, for me to cut it off and restart. So we're gonna go with it. We'll see how this goes. The other thing that I have a hard time with, let's see if I can. So the other thing I've got a hard time with is this. So here's the factory dog leg, that front wheel arch. And here is our new B pillar. And this doesn't quite line up, but I think we'll be all right once we're able to push this flat, since I haven't cut the back panel. But then we can see that this doesn't line up with our new B pillar there, which is a little concerning. I may have to actually, once we cut this panel down, if this doesn't line up with this, then we may have to bend this out a little bit. But if we take our new dog leg, we put it up against this, it does follow this curve. So I don't know if this got tweaked when we ripped this stuff out before, or I don't know, something's weird and it's been bothering me since I noticed it. And hopefully once we're all done rebuilding this whole side, we won't be able to notice it anymore. So because this isn't going to get used anymore, we're going to probably cut this whole panel out just because of the amount of rust on it, and I want to be able to get behind here and rebuild the inside. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, so we got this cut down to size. Let's see if we can make this fit in here. can see it from the angle. I can probably move it here in a second. But for some reason, and I've tried, I think this is probably the best I'm gonna get it, but it bows the bottom rocker here, bows in right about here, and then kind of straightens back out. And I've tried my best to get that out. Just keep trying, I guess, here. So you see how you can kind of start to see the lip here of that inner rocker, and then look at the angle here. So to me it appears, because we're straight here, that it kind of bows in right there, and then about right here it starts to straighten back out. And I've tried pulling it and pulling it, and I just can't get it to come out anymore. So I think, because it's like if I push here, I can kind of get it to come down, but then the minute I clamp it, because I don't think this was bent 100% straight. I probably should have hammered and dollied this, now that I think about it. But it's kind of too late now. So, because if I would have hammered it this way, it would have been straighter. So if you buy this panel, hammer this out. Put a dolly on this side, hammer it from that side this way, and I think that'll help. But I mean, this is pretty good in terms of, so like this is pretty good, that's straight. I'm happy enough with our seam here. I don't like, see if you can see. Right in here, if you look, if I shined a light, you could see the inner rocker there, but it's the same gap. I'll see if I can try to kind of hammer this over a little bit, see if we can close it up anymore, but I don't think it's going to get any better. So we have 99% of it all welded in, except for in the gaps here. So now we're grinding it flat. Still gotta watch our heat on it. Don't want to get it too hot. But so far I think it's pretty straight. Other than right in here, I'm pretty sure this is a dent from before, not from me warping it, because this is pretty straight that this goes in, so we'll knock that out later.